So I left the TikTok platform with a single video. I removed all my hundreds of videos and I left a single video in its place on all 5 of my channels. TikTok people are nothing like YouTube people. Truly, nothing like YouTube people. YouTube people are about seeking knowledge, wisdom, information. You get ignorant comments, sure. But if you grab the fraction of the negativity on YouTube and you amplify it by 1,000 and you make a platform only that type of behavior, only that type of people, then what you have is a shitty ass platform. Truly. Now, don't get me wrong. I bought some cool stuff on TikTok Shop. Got a big thing, like 5 gallons or something of honey. Tasty. And I got to watch the woman harvest it live on her stream. That was cool. But that's not something that's common. That's not what it's really used for. You see what I mean? I had interactions with people, and first I gotta tell you, the area I am in the Midwest, it's not great people. I'll just be honest, not great people. There are some great states here, full states that are great, like Wisconsin and Minnesota. But other than that, basically anything, if you make a line at Indianapolis and go up, the whole rest of the Midwest operates like a third world country. The anti-knowledge, and this is also on the platform, that this is the people who I'm seeing on the platform are a lot of these areas. But the people on the platform are anti-knowledge, anti-seekers, anti-wisdom, all about instant gratification, don't care about consequences, nothing like that, and are offended at intelligent people or any type of information because they view it as correction. If there's correction, that means they did something wrong, and they can't ever do anything wrong because they are them. And I ran into almost strictly this type of personality. Though the last person was a sweet lady. She seemed sweet, and I think she's a dark empath. I'm not sure. She's going through a time of grieving, so it's hard to tell. But her behavior was so... It had me shaken. I sent her a very sweet gift, completely platonic. And you could tell by the gift, it's like, oh yeah, that is a sign of platonism. I don't know. Platonism? Platonymy? We'll go with platonymy. I like that. That sounds good. And the response I got from her was, wow, thanks for the flowers, exclamation point, followed by, you didn't have to do that or something like that, followed by, actually, it's a bit much, and then blocked on all platforms. And those messages all came one right after the other within 10 seconds, and then blocked on everything. And it was so strange, it was so erratic, that at that moment, I had a bad day. I found out my favorite uncle had passed away. No one told me. Because the family's excommunicated me. Don't even know why. Don't know what's wrong with them. There's a lot of very abusive, harmful behavior with the family, so I don't care. But he had passed. I did not get to take my medication. I had to sleep in a truck on the day cab. Did not sleep well. Didn't eat for a long time. And then for that to happen, for me to get harmed for doing something nice for someone, for sending them a gift, when that person and I started interacting, because she contacted me because she was upset that I blocked her on TikTok. So then I unblocked her. We became friends within a few days. And then that happened all within a week. A week. That's crazy. That is crazy. And that's what those people are like. That's what TikTok people are like. They just hit this thing where they go through a whole process of like their abandonment and their issues, and then just... Jesus Christ. So, YouTube. I'm also going to be more active on X because people are flocking to it right now. Apparently it's doing really well. And I might do some stuff on Instagram. Actually, I might post this video on Instagram too. Why not? And maybe X if they allowed uploads. I'm not sure what's going on with X. But no more TikTok for me, and I can hardly wait for it to be banned. Truly. Yeah, I can hardly wait. But anyway, if you're on TikTok and you're running through the same issues, I recommend you abandon that platform because it's extremely bad for mental health. And that's another reason why I got off of it is I got California coming up. I get to have a nice job out there, have a nice apartment, have a life again. I've been out here for 9 years and 11 days. 9 years and 11, hold on, I think that's right, let me look. 9 years and, 13 days. But who's counting, right? So for 9 years and 13 days, I've had no life. None. None. In the Midwest, people do nothing. 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 So much so when they found out my background in safety and regulation, working in an airport, flying a plane, drilling for oil, meeting celebrities, being a part-time cameraman, going to major celebrity parties, they're like, no one can do that by the age of 30. That's what people are like, just that. No one can do that. It's not even possible. Because there's nothing to do out here. It's just dead. Dead. So with me preparing to go back home, that's another reason I got rid of that toxicity on TikTok, is I don't need anxiety, stress, any mental anguish, or bad contacts, negative people in my life that bring me down. When I'm 43 years old, I'm going to a place to start moving up in my life. You know, I just don't need it. I've been screwed over. I've lost over $40,000 out here in fraud, maybe more, and another tens of thousands of dollars of helping people out that they've never paid me back. They just took the money and ran. And to them out here, that's completely normal. And they think I'm a fool for expecting people to pay me back. Totally serious. Because it's part of the culture here, is you take what you can and run. And that is TikTok culture as well. And that's what I learned from it. So I'm protecting myself from that. I'm cutting off those toxic people. I've cut off 2 close toxic people in the last year because they're just bringing me down and taking up resources. One person I gave about $3 or $4 grand. The other person I've given about $2 or $3 grand. And that money's just gone, and they're constantly in need. And it's like, you know what? I've got to take care of myself. I've been supporting you guys for years, giving you resources and giving you money, and you choose not to do anything. Again, that's why I'm leaving TikTok as well, as I'm getting rid of that everywhere in my life. So I'm looking forward to being back home in LA on January 1st, maybe a little sooner, is what it looks like. And to be in contact with good people again, where I could have a job with a safety guy that does safety, you know, where I could be in a company where when you report something with the fleet, it gets fixed. Like, we're very proactive in Southern California. When there's a problem, we view it as a problem and fix it. And I did not know that was a rare thing that was unheard of through many areas of the US. I thought that's just normal for people. But I'm really looking forward to getting back, and the stress is actually just leaving my body because I'm going to be back in an environment that functions again, and I could hardly wait. But that's all for everyone in California. God, I love you guys. I can't wait to see you again.